Hello and welcome to the ETOF 21 Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Eric, the man behind ETOF 21 Sports. You can find my work on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at ETOF 21 Sports. You can also find my work etof21sports.com. That's my website where it has all the links to my podcast, my package info that I sell. Also has my betting spreadsheets for all the sports I bet. Also my horse racing spreadsheet. So all my intel with how I do in different sports and different horse tracks can be found there. How's everyone doing today? How was everyone's holiday weekend? Did you enjoy the holiday weekend? I was swimming in second places with horse racing to start out the weekend. Now, there's nothing more frustrating than being a capper and losing a bet in horse racing because your jockey messed up the ride. Nothing more frustrating. And that's what happened to start out my weekend. I had so many second places. And of course, all the hater messaging me on the Instagram and the Twitter, oh, you suck, you can't pick. Are you watching the race? Are you seeing, I'm losing photos? Second place, horse racing is very hard to do. And I am not losing because of jockeys messing up the ride. I mean, it was just funny to me. But then bombs over Baghdad at Golden Gate Fields. An $18 wager returning a little over $2K in the early pick 5. Now I have people ask me, why don't you post these tickets or sell them? Well, the answer is I did, and then people started to bitch. Those are insanely hard to hit, and when they do, the ROA is great. Example, my $18 into a little over $2K. Plus, I don't play tickets over $54. So all my tickets, when I do these pick 5s, pick 6, pick 4s, are low risk, high reward. And people would come at me when they wouldn't hit. But you have to understand the break-even point is really low. So I just got sick of it, and people were understanding that they're not going to win every time, and you got to trust the system. And you guys need to understand that my horse betting strategy is like an NFL offensive running game. You trust the system. At the end of the year, you'll see profit. I get it. You all expect me to turn a profit every flipping day, but that's not how gambling works. If anyone tells you that, they are wrong and full of shit. Plus, it's also amazing to me that I'm posting horse racing win bets for free, not asking one flipping dime for anybody. My ROI for the year for horse racing is plus 41.32 units, 109%. That means if you bet $10 per bet every time I post a bet, you would be up $413.20. But yet people still bitch. Amazing to me. People don't get how hard it is to turn a profit betting horses. 2% of people betting ponies make money. I'm in the flipping 2%. Giving stuff for free, win bets for free, and people are bitching. It's just amazing to me. Amazing. Well, enough of my rant. We have a good show planned for you today. We're going to talk the match 2, a little Coca-Cola 600, AEW Stadium Stampede, and my boy Alpha Analytics is stopping by, and we're going to talk about his approach to sports betting, and we're going to dive into a little MLB. Hopefully we'll have MLB coming around. So let's hop right into it. The match 2 was this weekend. It pitted Peyton Manning and Tiger Woods versus Tom Brady and Phil Mickelson. And the format was, for the front 9, both played normal skins type match. And then whoever had the best score won the hole. Back 9 was the alternating after the drive. It was the best 5 hours of sports we've seen since March. I'm not going to lie. I was captivated as hell. I originally thought I was just going to have it kind of live streaming on my computer or my iPad with horse racing going on the TV. No, I had that on, and I normally don't have audio on. I had audio on, and I was listening to everything. Horse racing was on the computer, and I mean, it was great. Tom Brady splitting his pants, Justin Thomas calling Charles Barkley a fat ass, Phil Mickelson breaking down every single shot before Tom Brady hit, Tiger Woods trash talking and then kind of not being a little bit more quiet on the back 9, focusing on winning. And also, did anyone else see Phil Mickelson's calves? Dude, he's got some stones, dude. What's up with that calf workout, Phil? I mean, I've been told I have some calves, but damn, dude, I'm jealous of yours, bro. The trash talking back and forth between the players, when celebrities called in and talked trash. My personal highlights were when Tom Brady was struggling in the front nine. People on Twitter were blasting him. Brits Capriga tweeted out, hey, if you just make par in the front nine, I'll donate $100K. And then on the seventh hole, Charles Barkley started talking trash because the announcers, Barkley and Justin Thomas, they were allowed to talk and the players could hear them. And Barkley started talking some trash to Brady, and Brady was obviously frustrated because he was like, I'm trying to win a Super Bowl. He goes out there, and then Brady fucking nuts an approach from long ass out to eagle the hole. Fucking nuts it. And then he tells Barkley to suck on that. It was amazing. And then after making the shot, he goes, I'm going to have this moment because I have sucked for 7 holes. And then he starts thanking his mom, his kids, his dad, Giselle, everyone. It was great. And it was that moment that Tom Brady had that all of us that have played golf can relate to because it's one of the most frustrating sports. But we hit that one shot, and it makes us come back. And what Tom Brady did, we all relate to. And Tom Brady is one of the most hated guys in football. Everybody was rooting for him yesterday because of how much he was struggling. This was the one time in Tom Brady's career all of us people could actually react to what he was going through. Struggling on the golf course and hitting that one shot. It was great. I mean, I really loved everything I saw. I also liked Phil Mickelson giving this big speech about his sponsor and how this is for them. And then he goes on the longest drive hole. And if you win it, you get some sort of cash donation or whatever. And he completely shits the bed on it. Oh, that was great. And then the longer it went on, the more Phil started yapping and the less Tiger started yapping, which was great. You could tell Phil was trying to rattle everybody. And then he started breaking down the shot that was going to be coming from Tom. I mean, it was great. The way Peyton reacted after a bad shot to missing a putt, kind of like how he reacted to throwing an interception. Top to bottom, great event. Tiger, he talked a little bit at the beginning, but in the back, you could tell he wanted to get the W. I mean, he was locked in. He was wearing the red. And it just shows you how good these golfers are. Golfers often will get overlooked for how good and how athletic they are. I mean, Phil and Tiger, they put on a show. There was that one time when Phil and Tom were down, and Phil said, hey, you may want to mark your ball to Tiger. Tiger says, I'll tell you what, if you hit it, you can have the hole. Son of a bitch, Phil almost hit it. And then after that, Tiger shut up. It was great. Beforehand, Peyton said, hey, maybe I can get Nick Foles or Eli as my caddy. That was great. I mean, just the shit talking back and forth, the whole production. I mean, rain slowed it down. They played in the green. 4 greats of their sport, going at it, talking trash. Oh my God, it was a great distraction and great event. I would totally watch that again in a heartbeat. It was an awesome job. Coca-Cola 600 was last night, and even though our fade Ryan Blaney strategy was wrong, and we had one of our winning bets finish second, so we thought, the NASCAR race, we cashed a little over 11U last night. All plays, again, were posted for free at ETOF21 Sports, so I hope all you guys followed. Brad Keselowski won the race. It was his first win at the 600 and the first time a Ford has won it since 2002. Jimmy Johnson, who we were sitting at as 12-1 to win it all, who we thought finished second, extending his losing streak to 102, failed post-race inspection, thus putting him in last place. I had him going in my season-long fantasy NASCAR, and I was in contention if that would have held up, but now I'm out of contention for the spring session on the driver groups game I do with me and my buddies. So yeah, that sucked. I'd have to make up 28 points per race, and I mean, that just sucks. I'd be more pissed if I thought we won the bet with Johnson plus 1,200, and then the win bet would have been switched up. I believe that happened last year in the trucks. It may have been Xfinity, but I'm pretty sure it was trucks. It was either Chastain or Grayson won. My boy PJ had him, and then they failed post-race inspection. Could you believe that? Could you imagine having a winning bet, like a 15-1, 10-1, 20-1, whatever? And I mean, you're confident, chest is out, you're bragging on Twitter, on Instagram, to all your boys, and then boom, you failed the inspection. I would be pissed. I would be fucking livid. God. I mean, in this fantasy, I can make it up season long. Session-wise, I can't. But, it is what it is. At least you didn't win the race. That's why I'm looking at it. But you got to feel for Chase Elliott. Jesus. He was coasting to victory. A comfortable lead. And his teammate, Will Byron, had a tire issue forcing a caution. You could hear Elliott say, "You got to be kidding me," while talking to his crew chief. That led to a caution. Elliott's crew chief told him to pit, but 8 people right behind him stayed on. So that immediately just took Elliott out of the race. Keselowski ended up getting the push that he needed to get to the victory and outduel Johnson, getting the free air and everything. So good for Brad, who's coming up on his free agency this year because his contract at Penske is up. So good for him. I mean, I've always liked Brad, so good for him. Hopefully he can stay in the game and not get pushed out like Kenseth and Edwards did. But, God, I mean, I just feel for Elliott. On Wednesday, he was in second place, chance to win, and he got spun out, allegedly accidentally. I mean, I don't think Kyle meant to do it. I think it was a tight gap, but it was still tight, and spun him out. And then yesterday, I mean, being a lap and a half away from winning your first 600, and then that happened. Jesus. I feel for the kid, man. I feel for him. Anyway, just a reminder, today is Monday. Hopefully I'll have this podcast up before the Xfinity race. But, I will have some Xfinity picks posted. We got trucks races on Tuesday. And then I believe there's another race at Charlotte on Wednesday. So I'll keep on giving out some free stuff until the memberships start back up. So you guys keep looking for it at ETOF21 Sports for free picks. I mean, cashed 11.86 units last night. I mean, you can't complain on that. Stadium Stampede was Saturday at AEW Double or Nothing. And I'm not going to lie, if it wasn't for this COVID-19, I probably wouldn't have watched it. But I'm glad I did. It was entertaining. It was entertaining as hell. It was the inner circle against the elite inside the home field of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And boy, I mean, like I said, this match did not disappoint. Both sides were introduced like football teams, even with the inner circle was actually wearing jersey numbers. Hangman Page didn't come out when he was introduced. They've been building this little friction as one of their storylines in the group, but Kenny Omega, who he's tag team partners with, didn't seem to be too rattled by it. And then Hangman showed up on a horse, on a flippin' horse, and chased Sammy Guevara, who Sammy Guevara had a rough little night. Let me tell you that. But anyway, he went to the bar, ponied up at the bar. Inner Circle member Jack Hager showed up, had a drink next to him, and then those two proceeded to get in a bar fight, which was hilarious and great. Matt Hardy was in the pool. Inner Circle members Santana and Ortiz tried to drown him, and then he kept switching personas like he did in the Lake of Reincarnation when he did when the first Broken Matt character was introduced in TNA. I mean, it was a funny bit, but with the drowning of former WWE superstar over the weekend, Shade, who told the lifeguards to save his kid and not him, I think they should have edited it out. I mean, someone just died of a drowning, and let's show a little bit of class. I think they should, like I said, they should have edited that out. There was 100 yards of suplexes. Matt Jackson with the moonsault off the gold post. Nick Jackson hitting Chris Jericho in the nads with a football. Chris Jericho doing the Judas effect to the Jaguars mascot. And my personal highlight was